Did you know that Puerto Ricans fought in both World War I and World War II? They wore the U.S. uniform. They fought in France, Germany, the Pacific, and Africa. They bled, they died. But they were never treated as equals. They were good enough to die for the United States, but not good enough to be respected by it. In 1917, just weeks before entering World War I, the U.S. passed the Jones-Shafroth Act, giving Puerto Ricans U.S. citizenship, but without their consent. Why? So they could be drafted into the U.S. Army. Over 20,000 Puerto Ricans served in World War I, most of them assigned to non-combat units. By World War II, that number jumped to over 65,000 Puerto Ricans. In uniform, some volunteered, many were drafted again. Yet, they were still colonial subjects, not fully protected by the Constitution, and denied basic democratic rights. During both wars, Puerto Rican soldiers faced racism, humiliation, and segregation, just like black soldiers. They were placed in segregated units, like the famous 65th Infantry Regiment, also known as the Borinqueniers. They were denied promotions, mocked for speaking Spanish, and sent to do menial labor or low-risk duties instead of combat, especially in World War I. In World War II, when they did fight in places like Italy and France, they earned medals for bravery, but still faced disrespect from U.S. commanders. Stateside, especially in the segregated American South, Puerto Ricans were refused service at restaurants, hotels, and even bathrooms. Many were mistaken for black soldiers and subjected to Jim Crow laws. Not every Puerto Rican accepted the draft. Members of the Puerto Rican Nationalist Party saw conscription as a tool of colonial control. They asked, "Why should we fight for a country that colonized us?" In both world wars, dozens of Puerto Ricans refused to register or serve. Many were arrested, prosecuted in U.S. federal courts on the island, and sentenced to prison. Their resistance wasn't out of fear. It was political, patriotic, and based on principle. They believed Puerto Rico should be independent and no colonized people should be forced to fight in someone else's war. And yet thousands of Puerto Ricans still fought bravely, not for the U.S. government, but for the dignity of their people. The Borinqueniers in World War II earned battlefield honors. Puerto Rican medics, pilots, nurses, and engineers made crucial contributions, and some like Fernando E. Rodriguez Vargas and Teófilo Marxuach even made history, but they came home to the same second-class citizenship, the same disrespect, and the same broken promises. Puerto Ricans fought in 2 world wars while being colonized, segregated, and disrespected. Some resisted and were jailed for it. Others fought and were forgotten for it. This is not just military history. This is Puerto Rico's colonial reality. Honor those who served, respect those who resisted, and never forget the truth. Puerto Rico, open your eyes. Subscribe, like, share, and press the bell for more notifications. See you soon.